Facts First presents Rare photos reveal what life was really like in the Wild West. If you've ever seen a TV show or a movie set in the Wild West, you might think you know what it was like back then. The saloons, the gunfire, the posses, they're all seen on TV and they tell you a bit, but not everything. Here are a few rare photos that reveal what life was really like in the Wild West. The Long Branch Saloon was located in Dodge City, Kansas. It was a popular place for cowboys to let off a little steam, kick up their heels, and have a drink. The bar was long enough for plenty of cowboys to sit there. This group of gamblers were all armed, with one finger on the trigger. If one of them were to have an unlucky streak, violence could have broken out at any moment. Clancy's Saloon was located in Skagway, Alaska. During the Klondike Gold Rush, prospectors would take a break from searching for gold to have a drink here. It wasn't the fanciest place in the Wild West, but it was a great place to take a load off. This massive saloon drew huge crowds. It's believed plenty of gunslinging occurred here and the porch was big enough for everyone to gather. If you visited the Arcade Saloon, you would have found that Pac-Man or Donkey Kong was not there. Instead, you would have found a bunch of gunslinging cowboys trying to outdrink one another. Being able to outdrink another guy made you a true cowboy. In 1858, workers in Pozzo, California, they needed a place to drink after a long day, so to remedy the problem, they built the Pozzo Saloon. If you happen to visit the area, the saloon still stands today. In fact, you could still order a drink the same way the cowboys did in the Wild West. The Roadhouse Saloon was located in Bluff City, Alaska, and men would gather here for a few drinks after a long day. The ceilings weren't very high, but the bar was always stocked. It really gets cold outside in Alaska. When the people of Nome, Alaska would get too cold while working outdoors, they'd warm up a bit in the second-class saloon. They'd have a few drinks there and at least feel warm. Don't let the name the Shamrock Saloon fool you. This was not a lucky place. In fact, many of the people who drank there found themselves in some pretty unlucky situations when the guns were drawn. The Buckhorn Saloon was built in 1860. When it opened, the people of Palo Alto, New Mexico were thrilled that they'd finally now have a place to unwind after a long day. It might be in disrepair, but it is still standing today. The Bob Saloon sold Golden Grain Belt beer, which the cowboys of the Wild West loved. The men in this picture were sitting outside just waiting for the bar to open. They must have really wanted a Golden Grain Belt beer. The Tollgate Saloon is located in Black Hawk, Colorado. The men in this photo were conducting some serious business when they were interrupted by somebody with a camera. They don't look too happy about the interruption either. The Mascot Saloon once had a telegraph office so that patrons could send letters. Today, the office is gone, but tourists can still visit the functioning bar to order a whiskey and get the feel of the Wild West. This group of patrons standing outside of the bar room doesn't look too inviting. Since they're all gathered in front of the door, it's evident the strangers are not welcome here. This bar was located in Tombstone, Arizona. The name alone makes it feel like an unwelcoming place. If a person were brave enough to roam the streets, they would have avoided this bar, unless they were looking for real trouble. Nome, Alaska had more than one saloon, and this one looks nothing like a watering hole. Looks more like a two-story apartment. The only families you'd find here are the ones who are looking for a drink, and maybe a fight. The Klondike Dance Hall in Seattle, Washington, it was a popular place for women in the Wild West. It was a place where the men could drink and the women could dance. The Table Bluff Saloon has some pretty interesting bar stools. Whatever the owner killed while hunting became a chair. That'd be an interesting theme for a modern bar, wouldn't it? This was one of Wyatt Earp's favorite places to drink. He is seen in this photo, and it's believed that the woman on the horse on the left is his wife, Josie Earp. Subscribe for more!